Hello friends, today we will talk about the term data transmission. What do you mean by the data transmission? Data transmission is mean of transmitting digital or analog data over a communication medium to one or more devices. It allows the transmission and communication of devices in a different environment such as point to point format, point to multi-point format or multi-point to multi-point format. The data transmission can either be analog or a digital but is mostly marked for sending or receiving digital data. That's why the data transmission also referred to as a digital transmission or digital communication. It works when the device aim to transmit a data, object or a file to one or multiple receiving units. The digital data comes from source device in the form of digital bit stream. These data stream are positioned over a communication medium for transmission to the destination device. An outward signal can either be a baseband or a passband. Aside from the external communication, data transmission may be done internally between the different part of same device. The sending of data to the processor from random access memory or hard disk in the form of data transmission. Okay. The data transmission divided in three types for how send the data. So first type is a simplex format. In this format or in simplex format, the communication is possible in one direction. For example, in the TV transmission, the simplex format is used. Only the in this format only data will transmit from one point and receiver ends are only received, not for the transmission. Receiver ends are not used for the transmission. Okay. Second is the half duplex format. In this communication, the communication is possible in both direction, but at a time only the transmitter will transmit the data and receiver receives data at that time, and another time the receiver will transmit the data and transmitter will receive the data. For example, walkie-talkie. Third one, this is the most useful transmission technique, that is a full duplex format. The communication is possible in both direction at same time. In the both side the data will transmit as well as receive, but as well as receive at same time. Okay. There are another ways to transmit data or communication established between two devices. First one is a parallel transmission or parallel communication, and second one is the serial communication or serial transmission. The process of sending several bits as a whole on a link with the several parallel channel. What do you mean by this? The several bits are transmitted together simultaneously within one clock pulse rate. It transmits quickly as it utilizes several inputs and output lines for sending data. In the parallel transmission, 25 pin ports with 17 signal lines and 8 ground lines are used. The 17 signal lines are divided in such a manner such as the 4 lines is used for initiate the handshaking. What is the meaning of handshaking? The handshaking means to establish the synchronization between the sender end and the receiver end. 5 lines are used for communicating and notifying the errors, and rest of 8 lines are used for the data transmission. Okay. In the parallel transmission, it will require a separate channel for each bit for the transmission. A parallel link use a simple hardware, as there is no need to serialize or deserialize the data. Okay. So for that one, the parallel transmission is used for the short distances, as well as 2 more problems are also occur. The serial transmission, there's 2 more problems are also occur in the parallel transmission. first one is a clock skew. The clock signal which is generated by the clock circuit arrives from the different components at different time. So the data rate will be reduced. Okay, these clock signals will happen because of the wire interconnection length, capacitive coupling, material imperfection. That's why the data transmission rate will reduce, so it will slower the process. Second problem is that the crosstalk. In the parallel communication, the crosstalk happens if the transmitted signal is badly affected by the another nearby signal. When the electromagnetic signals or energy from one cable leaves an imprint to the another cable. So these for these problems, to overcome for that we will use a communication that is called serial communication. That is the second type of communication. In a serial communication, the sending of data bit by bit or sequentially over a single channel between sender and receiver. Okay, the data is sent bit by bit from one computer to another in two directions. Each bit has a clock rate. Each bit are transmitted at a time with a start and stop bit, with start and stop bit known as parity bit, which is 0 and 1 respectively. That means for the start bit we will use a 0 bit, and for the stop bit we will use a 1. Okay, the data cables are required or used when the transmitting data across a longer distance. Okay, that means a serial communication is preferred for the long distance transmission. The data cables are D-shaped 9-pin cable that connects the data in series format. Okay. The main features in this communication, the cost will be reduced to communicate from sender end to the receiver end. Okay. The clock skew between different channels is not an issue. The serial connection required fewer interconnection cables and hence it occupy less space. The serial links can be clocked considerably faster than the parallel communication. So that's why we in this communication the high data rate will be achieved high, and this communication is used for the longer transmission. Okay. In this slide, we will compare the serial and parallel communication in the different parameters. Okay. Now we will discuss how we transmit serial data. From this, we will also known the type of two serial transmission. First one is a synchronous serial transmission, and second one is a asynchronous serial transmission. In synchronous and asynchronous transmission, these transmission method use bit synchronization. Bit synchronization is necessary to identify where the data will begin and where the data will end for the transmission. Bit synchronization supports the receiving computer to recognize when data begins and end during the transmission. Therefore, bit synchronization offers time control. In the serial communication or serial transmission, the asynchronous transmission is used. In this transmission, the data moves in half-paired approach, one byte or one character at a time. It sends the data in a constant current of bytes. The size of a character transmitted in 8 is 8-bit with a parity bit added at a beginning and at the end. That is called start bit and stop bit for making of 10 bits. It doesn't need a clock for the integration for the synchronization. Rather, it utilizes a parallel bits to inform the receiver how to translate data. It is straightforward, quick and cost-effective method, and it does not require two-way communication. Okay. Now next one is a synchronous serial transmission. In this transmission, the data moves in completely paired approach format in the form of chunks or frames. Synchronization between the source and target is required that the source known where the new byte begins, since there are no space between the data. This method offers real-time communication between the linked devices. Okay. So for that, for the serial communication, because all the data which comes from the computer in the form of parallel form, so first of all for the serial communication, we need to convert this parallel data of computer from a computer to a serial format, or a receiver or a received serial data we need to convert in the parallel format for giving to the computer. There are two sections. First one is transmitter and receiver. In the transmitter section, a parallel in and serial out shift register is used, because the shift register concept is used for the transmission. And in the receiver section, a serial in parallel out shift registers are used. For each clock pulse, the data is shifted in or out. For calculating that bit, or for calculating a bit, the two terms are used for analyzing this the rate of or the speed of the data. First one is a bit rate, second one is a butt rate. Bit rate is a number of bits sent in every second, and butt rate is a number of symbols or chunks sent in every second, where each symbols can be represented more than one bit. In asynchronous serial communication, butt rate term is used. For example, high speed modem which uses phase shift to make every data transmission period represent more than one bit. Okay. For the PIC 16F877AS, this is a USART, that is a universal serial synchronous asynchronous receiver transmitter. With every clock tick, one bit is sent. Each symbol represent one bit. Okay. So we can consider bit rate and butt rate at same time. Okay. For the transmission, the sender and receiver must agree some set of rules. These set of rules are called protocol. These rules are: when data transmission begins and end. Second one is the use of bit rate and data packet format are same for the transmitter and receiver. If there is no reference for receiver to know when the transmission begins or used bit, what is the bit rate of the transmitting section, it will simple the wrong value and data will lost. The synchronous and asynchronous transmission shown in this slide. In the synchronous transmission, transmitting line and receiving line as well as a clock line also occur to synchronize the transmitter and receiver end. And in asynchronous transmission, there is no line required for the synchronization of the transmitter and receiver end. In a synchronous transmission, a separate link is dedicated for the clock 1, which is previously shown for one terminal master and slave are, but in asynchronous transmission this will not required. Now we will come how to synchronize data. So for asynchronous transmission, the synchronization is done every word. How to synchronize? So if we send 8 bit of data, so one start bit will add, that start bit will be indicated by 0, which shows the begin of the word. Then 8 bit of data will be sent, and then after finally we will send the stop bit, which is shown by 1 to indicate the word will stop. Both the transmitter and receiver use the same bit rate. Okay. When the transmitter pauses, because it does not have any data to transmit. That means the transmitter end is an idle state, there is no data to send. It keeps a sequence of stop bit. It will send continuously a stop bit, that is a logic high bit, in its output, which is shown in this diagram. Okay, for the this will happen in the asynchronous transmission. For the synchronous transmission, the synchronization will done by using a clock line. So that's why we will use a dedicated clock pulse line occur in between the transmitter and send receiver. A clock line from one terminal, that valve is called master end, to the another terminal, that will called slave end, make the synchronization. Another line is used for the data transmission between the master and slave or slaves. If master communicate with many number of peripheral ICs using same data, clock lines, same data and clock lines, slave select line, one more line is introduced, that is a slave select line is used to determine which slave to communicate with the master. Okay, I think you all understand what is the data transmission and how will we transmitted data from transmitter end to receiver end. Thank you.